There they are. Stretch the team to base. We got them.
Good. Get him out of there.
Suit up, gentlemen. Let's go.
Hey guys, so welcome to my little Army of Two kind of demo impressions. The demo came out last week, and I wanted to go ahead. I had a couple people asking, hey, Avi, what do you think about Army of Two? So I figured I'd go ahead and give you guys a video kind of analyzing it and walking through things. So there's going to be 3 segments to this video. First, we're going to go through weapon customization. Then we're also going to go through the whole single-player demo, which clocks about 10 minutes with me just kind of rushing through it. And we're also going to look at a blurb from a co-op piece I did with my girlfriend to show you the difference of how the co-op varies from the single player, and like it's more immersive on the co-op experience. So let's go ahead and jump right in with weapon customization, and you'll see me at the end of this kind of concluding all my thoughts together. So yeah, see you guys in a second. So one of the really big points with Army of Two that I always want to talk about in a game like this is the weapon customization. What you're seeing here is me in the firing range kind of testing the basic M4, and then I'll be customizing both the M4, my shotgun, and my handgun. And they've put a lot of kind of care and detail into the weapon customization system. Now there's some basic optics, there's like the rails, the grips, you know, launchers, etc., etc. But it's nothing like that physically changes anything besides stats, I guess. I noticed that most of the weapons handled quite the same over my multiple playthroughs. But the paint was actually pretty cool, how you're able to accent your gun. I haven't really seen that in a different game rather than just flat paint. So I like how they've thrown in like little details like the accents, as you can see with the M4. I went with an iodized black and then threw in a desert kind of khaki over the top to make it look pretty cool. So I did do that. But you see the weapon, I mean, it doesn't improve it that much. It just kind of changed some of the basic stats and makes it look like uber cool. Same with the shotgun too. I mean, most of these things are there. They just alternate some of the stuff. They had a couple things in here like Dragon's Breath on the shotgun that I unfortunately wasn't able to test because it requires like a level to unlock, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But I like how I was able to make like a wood shotgun with a chrome finish, which is really cool. So the weapon customization's huge. But again, it's not like something I can say, this is the best weapon setup for this gun. It's kind of just like personalization, which in a way I kind of like, because by altering certain guns, I mean, I'm sure some are more powerful in certain situations. But in the demo, I felt that, you know, I could make any gun work for me, which was cool out of the small selection that we had, which I liked. It lets you personalize your character like I talked about, or like I will talk about rather in the gameplay video coming up after this, but it lets you personalize your character in a way that, you know, it helps you out a little bit, and it also personalizes your playstyle, but it allows you to kind of customize your character, like the same as the tattoos and the face mask customization, the emblem customization, and all that they've thrown into this game, which I like. You know, it's not like this is the win-all gun. So it's nice to have something like that in Army of Two. And as you can see here, I mean, we're just going through it again. I just filmed a small piece of it and sped it up for you guys. It's fairly detailed. There's not a lot of parts for the different classes, but, you know, you win some, you lose some, I guess. So that's kind of what you're sitting on. But just, again, the detail amazed me. And that's something that Army of Two has always done, like allow you to trick out your weapons and chrome them and put labels on them and stuff. And I hope that you can put like emblems and stuff on the weapons as soon as the full game comes out. The other thing that I found weird about the demo is like some of these paint jobs, like the snakeskin ones, are like locked in the demo. And at first I was like, why don't you just leave those out? But because if that's all the paint that's in there, I'll be slightly disappointed because there's not too much variety. But again, the accent kind of paint jobs are really cool, and I think they work well for the game. And again, I just like the idea that I get to customize my character, right, my way, the way I want to play, and with different things that makes my certain character feel unique compared to my co-op buddy's character or my best friend's character or just the AI, right, which is really cool. So that's about it on the weapons customization. What we're going to do is actually go into the demo, the single player, and I'm going to kind of give you commentary through it, so you get an idea for how it looks, how it feels, you know, all that. So we'll go ahead and do that here right now. But yeah, the weapon customization, pretty cool, pretty detailed. It'll be interesting to see kind of where they go with it in the full game. Hey guys, so now we're actually jumping into the demo itself, which is roughly about 10 minutes long if you go through it at the pace I did. It's a fairly sizable demo. I mean, I enjoyed my time with it, but we're going to talk about a few things here as they kind of come up. So the first thing you'll notice is that movement feels a little clunky. I'm not sure if this is the way that they intended the game to be, but some of like the hold down commands, for example, when I just vaulted over cover, having to hold down A, wait for the ticker to ring, and then jump is frustrating. Same with the step up, like the step jump. It should have just been press A or hold A without the little ticker. It kind of throws me off occasionally, and like a couple times when I was actually playing this demo co-op, I was like, all right, well, you know, I'll do my clicker and stuff like that. Now, on a more positive note, after you kind of get the hang of things, it does handle pretty well as far as the shooting mechanics go. It is a third-person shooter. It's not as clunky with the shooting commands, but you'll see here there's another cover failure right there. I was trying to go to the box I just crouched at, and it didn't work. So there's just a couple cover kinks that I hope they fix. But you can tell that the weapons handle very well. They are handling great. I'm using an M4 here, the one I customized earlier when I talked about weapon customization. And, you know, it works well. The shooting mechanics are great. The cover-to-cover is good. Again, slightly clunky, but there's really not much I can do about it, right? So you do have that. Now, another thing that's pretty cool, actually, is they've removed the crazy aggro system that has been in Army of Two, and kind of replaced it with the more subtle version. So in the weapon customization, you notice there was a bar with aggro, and my silencer kind of diminished that bar. Well, now it's really not in the system. Keep in mind I'm playing solo here, so single player, not with a co-op partner. But this game really shines with co-op. I'm going to say it straight up. Me playing single player, I was not that attracted to it. While stuff handles well, like the melee kills right there, I mean, it's very, very well thrown out, very well put together as far as the presentation goes. But with clunky cover and a couple things like that, I mean, sometimes you just like to laugh about it when you're playing with a buddy. And that's where this game absolutely shines. Because you and your buddy can then do these flanks, these backstabs, these kills, get all these bonuses and points. It adds competitiveness. Your buddy feels unique, and like I'm down, right? So instead of having a guy run up and punch me, I would have loved to be screaming at like my friend, "Hey, come get me up! I'm stupid," you know, and him laughing about it. So like that's an experience that I miss in the single player element. Now, all the weapons do handle well. You get a primary, a secondary, and then a sidearm. They all feel great. The weapon customization is good as well. I talked more about that in the previous segment right before this one, with weapon customization, with my little speed up, so that's there. But you saw the environments, I mean, they're pretty standard. These are drug cartels. Here you see the overkill in action. So what happens is that little meter that you see on the right of the screen, right, that meter will fill up, so to speak, as you get kills and perform actions with your partner. And then you or your partner, whoever has a full overkill meter, can use that to activate overkill for both of you. It gives you unlimited ammo, increased damage, and increased health. So it's great for, like, I love running in and meleeing things, you know. But again, it's nothing really revolutionary. It's just been refined and kind of broken down into a much better system that works a lot better, which is good. Because Overkill was, there's a lot of HUD elements that were up during Overkill, right? And there's a lot of stuff that was kind of going on in the first two Army of Two games. And I didn't want that to be part of this game, and I'm happy that it wasn't. It's a very free-flowing experience. It works well, handles well, and isn't bad at all, right? So that's kind of a big thing there. Now, there's not much else to say, in all honesty, guys. The environments handle very well, like I said. I mean, you're looking at it, it's basically the Devil's Cartel, the Mexican drug cartels, and different drug cartels that you're fighting against with government funding. So, I mean, it's there. There's a little bit of environmental destruction. The atmosphere feels great. The one thing that I did like about the whole kind of aura around Army of Two Devil's Cartel was it felt like Fast and Furious. And what do I mean? Well, first of all, no, you don't drive cars, so far as my experience has gone. So you aren't going to be driving cars or anything like that. However, one of the cool pieces, though, was that just the atmosphere, right? Because you have the drug cartels, you have kind of the gangsters and their dancers and their drinks and their music. So you have the really good rap music in here, and a lot of really good elements that kind of make that same environment, which is great because I love the Fast and Furious movies. And I like how the Devil's Cartel has its own kind of atmosphere, I guess, or it's very atmospherical with that essence, which is really cool, and I really enjoy that. You'll see, though, like with some of these breaches and stuff, it just has its little clunky pieces, and I'm hoping that this demo is kind of a, I don't want to say beta version, but something that isn't as polished as the final game is, just for the purpose of that, because I feel like it could be a lot better if they fix some of these cover things and some of these hold downs and all that, because it's just a little clunky. And that's simply it. I mean, that's the only problem I have with this game. The big thing, though, is, like I said, it shines in co-op. What you're seeing is single-player footage. I may see if I can pull a little bit of co-op. I played with my girlfriend, but I didn't record it. I'm going to see if I can pull a little bit of co-op for the end of this video to show you the difference. But it plays so much more different. And it plays a lot better as co-op. It just flows well, it feels well, and it works very well. So this game, if you're going to buy it as a solo act, I would honestly refrain from it based on what we see here in the demo. Now, if you're going to buy it and play it cooperatively through the entire game with a buddy, yes, absolutely. There's massive customization. In the demo, like I said, we went over the weapons customization at the start of this video, but in the demo there's also full character customization. So you can change your armor, your colors, your mask. You can actually, it's like the Call of Duty emblem creator, but on the mask, which is really cool. Now here, we're coming up to a door, and you'll see there's a little breach segment here, where me and my partner breach a door. There's a couple of these little slow-mo segments and stuff like that, but again, it's nothing really big. You'll see me blast the doorknob out here. You got to kick, go slow-mo, and then you go out and you start mowing people down. So, you know, you have those cool little elements in there, and they're fun. And you'll see this helicopter scene here. My partner ends up taking the sky while I take the ground, and we have this kind of co-op duo here where we cover each other. Again, works very well because this game shines in co-op. But going back to the character customization, what I didn't see in the demo that I wish they had put in the demo, because it honestly may have put in another buying point for me that probably would have made me buy the game. I love character customization, especially in multiplayer, especially in co-op. I like to make my character unique. Now, while in Army of Two you're playing as Alpha and Bravo, I'm going to go on a melee killing spree here. It's really cool. I love the melee kills in this game. But while you're going on kind of a, you know, Alpha and Bravo, those are the people you're playing as, it's also cool because you customize your face mask, customize your armor. You can actually customize your tattoos, which are actually custom designed for this game by a specific tattoo artist, very famous. I don't know his name because I look at me and my white skin and no tattoos. But I mean, it's really cool that they put that much detail into some of the elements to really make it unique, so to speak. So I like that. Again, the gameplay too, you're seeing here, I'm just going around meleeing. So I'm able to go around while my partner's just lighting up these guys. And you notice that the AI is very improved here too. This is, again, single player. I am solo here. And the AI is handling very well, and that's something I really enjoy here. Even though I'm not playing with, like I said, my girlfriend, who is much better at this AI, but, you know, this whole idea of the AI handles well. I remember in the first Army of Two game, the AI would drive me up a wall because I had so many issues with it. Like, it wouldn't be shooting, or it wouldn't be covering, or wouldn't complete an objective, or something like that. But they've taken the time to kind of cut out the competitive multiplayer experience and iron out the co-op multiplayer experience, which is a welcome addition for me. I love it, because if you are going to play the single player, you want a solid AI that works. This is kind of the debate that was going on with Bioshock and Elizabeth, right? And it's a debate that I'm happy I don't see here in Army of Two, based, again, on the demo. This is all based on the demo. I've not played the full game. But, I mean, it's, again, very, very enjoyable. And you'll see here we have another crazy action sequence right here. They feel pretty epic, but they also feel kind of short-lived, which is unfortunate. Like, the one you're about to see here is pretty rough, but, you know, overall, what do you guys think of it? This is a demo. This is me playing through the demo, so what do you guys think of it? Remember to let me know in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and show off some more footage here in the next segment, but this is just kind of a little walkthrough of the demo, and I'll let you go ahead, finish this off, and then we'll talk in the next segment here. But overall, I mean, very impressive demo. Had a good time with it, enjoyed it, felt like it was very put together. AAA blockbuster, not so much, but nonetheless, still enjoyable. So, it'll be interesting to see kind of where Army of Two goes, so to speak, right? Later down the road, especially after its release, which is March 26th, same day as Bioshock Infinite. So I know I'll be playing Bioshock personally, but I may pick this up for me and my girlfriend to play through. And if I do, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But yeah, that's the Army of Two demo commentary walkthrough. So we'll see you guys in a minute here with kind of my conclusions and overall impressions of the demo. So this is a piece of the co-op, actually, so I wanted to go ahead and give you guys this. This is me and my girlfriend playing, and this is just the rooftop sequence. So I wanted to give you the difference of kind of perspective. She's up in the minigun, and then I'm on the ground here. But the nice thing is, like, the fact that, you know, you see it's very different. So she's covering me while I'm able to go around and melee things, which works well. And the idea that you can spot out things. And you also notice that the combo counters on the top are actually racking up so much more. And at the same time, I wasn't recording audio, but we were both, like, swearing and saying awesome thing. Like, that was awesome! When she blew this guy's leg across the screen and stuff. So, I mean, just that element there makes it really interesting and a lot more fun to play through. Plus, I did mention how the AI is a lot better, but it's still not the same as another player. And that's something that really shows here. We're able to do the double overkills. We're also able to, you know, hound down the place. You'll see here we actually we didn't even blow up the antenna, and we just kept killing stuff because we were doing so well. So I'm just literally running around meleeing whatever she doesn't pick off with the giant minigun, and we're just racking up points. But these are the co-op sequences that are possible in Army of Two that, quite frankly, I haven't seen in a game for a very long time. When you look at a game like Halo 4, which is the last big co-op thing for me personally, I look at it and I'm like, there's really no sequence like this where it's a really refined co-op experience. It's just there, you play through the campaign as co-op, and it's not built for co-op, essentially. And that's something that you see here in Army of Two that's very rare, especially today in the game world. So, I don't know. You see my point, though, with, like, the fun co-op? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know if, like, you guys see what I'm saying here, because it is so much more fun in co-op. But anyway, I just wanted to show you a little bit of the co-op gameplay here so you could get an idea of what's different in the demo. But let's go ahead, finish this clip up, and then we'll go ahead and bounce to my kind of conclusions and closing statements on the Army of Two Devil's Cartel demo for you guys. So, as you guys can see, that is Army of Two. The co-op is drastically different than the single player. As I'm sure you could tell, I just took a segment from the demo because I didn't want to run through it twice. But it's drastically different, and I'm sure you saw that during the co-op segment there. It's just the idea that you're both there, you're both immersed in the game, and there's some, like, seriously funny moments, like the part where she, like, dismembered this guy's leg and it went flying over my head. I mean, but just all those moments are really cool, and that's something you don't get if you're not playing co-op, right? Which I think is really kind of a letdown for a game like this. It's solidified around a cooperative experience. Now, the weapon customization is cool, as we discussed in the weapon customization there, although it really doesn't have that much effect on the gameplay. I'd be kind of interested to see some more weapons and see how they handle, because we only had one handgun, one shotgun, and then 3 rifles to choose from, which was kind of unfortunate because I wanted to experiment with some submachine guns, a sniper rifle. I'm a sniper personally, you know. So I wanted to kind of experiment around with a couple pieces like that. Overall, though, it's pretty decent demo. Remember that Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel, does come out on March 26th. It's going to be on the Xbox, as a PlayStation, and I think it's going to be later on the PC. I'm not sure. But you will be able to buy it for $60. It's a cool experience if you're going to play it as a co-op experience. Personally, I wouldn't be picking it up if I wasn't going to be playing it cooperatively through the entire game, because that's where the fun is, right? So, but go ahead and check out the demo if you're kind of unsure. Play through it yourself. Make sure you do it again, cooperatively and single player, so you can feel the difference. Because I try to show it here, but you really have to, like, play it yourself to get that difference there. And that's about it, though, for this video. Remember, weapon customization, awesome, but feels cosmetic, I guess. You know, single player, meh. Multiplayer, awesome, because it's a co-op game. Even the devs have said it, like, cooperative experience is what we want to do with Army of Two. So that's kind of the highlight there. But if you did enjoy this video, feel free to like this video. Also, toss me a comment if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them about the Army of Two demo, or the Army of Two Devil's Cartel demo impressions. I'll be happy to answer anything you guys may have. And if I do end up picking up the game, maybe I'll get some footage and toss it your way so you can see some funny crap that goes on during the co-op games. Anyway, though, guys, thank you very much for watching. My name is Avialence, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good evening, everybody, and enjoy your week.